The woman stumbled through the woods, face burned from the sun, feet aching with fatigue. She forced herself to keep moving forward as she fought to keep sight of the paved road. But after hours with no sunglasses, she could barely manage hurried glimpses through narrowed eyes. The trees in front of her blended into a wavering green-brown image. She coughed, and her throat seized. How long had it been since she'd veered from the river to follow the road? 2 hours? 3? If she didn't get water again soon, she'd pass out. Something brown and white danced back and forth in front of her. She shielded her eyes and forced them open against the pain. The lines took form. Some sort of building? Adrenaline coursed through her and sped her steps. She rubbed her eyes and peered out again. 2 buildings on either side of the road. Maybe more. Maybe a town? She hobbled as quickly as she could. When she couldn't avoid it any longer, she stepped out onto the road. A red-lettered sign topped a quaint country storefront. "Treasures from my attic." She pushed through the door, the cheerful tinkling of the bell at instant odds with the darkness that engulfed her. Her panic spiked as she froze, struggling to see. But within seconds, the black turned to dark gray, then lighter gray. After hours in sunlight, her eyes just needed to adjust. Movement pulled her attention. The outline of a man rushed toward her, knocking over his chair in his hurry. She turned, ready to run. "Oh my God," he cried. "What happened to you? Are you okay?" She could make out his face now, and his shocked expression. He was staring at her torso, because her blue and white checked shirt and jeans were caked with dirt and blood. "What happened?" he asked again. Her eyes raked his face. "I don't know." Chapter 2. An hour and a half later, Detectives Josette Fournier and Bob Arnett pulled into the lot of Sacred Heart Hospital's emergency room in Larkville. The cool air had a biting breeze that, despite a spate of mild weather and daffodils peeping up in front of the red brick and glass hospital, reminded Jo spring hadn't fully sprung. Even though she'd moved from New Orleans to Massachusetts when she was a young teen, she still fell prey to the first deceptive signs of warmth, in a way no truly native New Englander ever would. As they crossed the tarmac toward the sliding doors, Joe's gait stiffened. Arnett shook his head. "You and hospitals." "What? I'm not bad." "Like hell. You hide it well, but you go 2 shades paler and walk like you're made out of sticks and rubber bands." She scrunched up her face and pulled her head back. "What does that even mean?" He laughed and gestured up and down her frame. "You know you do. Look at yourself." He was right. Ever since she'd had to accompany her father through his second bout of chemotherapy, hospitals had become synonymous with fear and desperation for her. She took a deep breath and tried to shake off the memories. But he'd glimpsed her face. "How's your father doing?" "Better. They think they've eradicated it, so he's in remission." "You don't sound happy about it." "Of course I'm happy about it. I just wish he'd let them remove his prostate." "Oh, well, any time you're talking about surgery in that particular location, the subject gets a little sensitive."